What's up, guys? It's Ricky, and on this particular episode we are talking about the video that Scorn thought wise to release, showing that Ajoke is not TB Joshua's daughter. Now, I am under power outage right now, so I have no way of actually doing major edits on a video, so I'm going to have to just kind of explain what I'm trying to portray, but I'm gonna get back to this particular subject with a video where I can edit in what I'm talking about. So first of all, on this video that they released, TB Joshua brings up a lot of things. He states a lot of things, and disciples themselves talk about a lot of things. Ajoke is made to stand up, and she is denounced that she is not the daughter of TB Joshua. Now, for people that have always thought the BBC documentary was debauched, it was weird, it was strange, out of place, we made a video called Why Now? In the Why Now video, we explained that the justice aspect of it doesn't depart. You can't just dismiss it. But then I made a point to say that the guilt, I made another episode talking about the evidence aspect of what was presented inside there. Being it the guilt that the disciples who spoke in the documentary spoke about how they felt, about how they treated Ajoke. Now, if you remember that episode, you will remember I spoke about it doesn't make sense that, episode 2, it's literally them hammering themselves on that. They hammered themselves about how guilty they were, about how they treated that girl. Okay? Now, Scorn brings out this video as way of denouncing and showing living proof, evidence that Ajoke is not the TB Joshua's child. For me, who doesn't believe TB Joshua, that only confirmed further what was stated in the documentary. First of all, that they will record a video so that they can change a narrative of whatever is going on out there. So if there is a certain narrative, they will record a video ahead. I have to give him this. The man them was a smart man. I think people underestimated TB Joshua, and if you did, this shows you that the man was miles overhead. Okay. Now, even when we spoke about the response thing that they did, I spoke about the manipulation tactics being still there. So, look at how smart this is. TB Joshua doesn't present blood evidence. He didn't do a DNA evidence. Nope. They went and did an affidavit. I think that's what that document that comes from the police station is. They did an affidavit to say that TB Joshua was just a guardian. Basalani, why do you need that? Does the Nigerian system not have a process of adoption? Yes, a child might be abandoned, but in all other countries, as far as I know, you have to still go through the process of adoption. Then they have an affidavit. I don't know. Is that it? Does Nigeria not have? I don't understand the system over there. I know that systems differ in everywhere, in every country. But you see, me as Ricky, I can be financially stable and so forth and want to adopt, and I might not be approved, right? Yeah. And so it's certain states and certain things that they would analyze that will determine whether you get adoption. So in that video, it's a police document. And we know, yesterday I was showing how corrupt the police system in Nigeria is. So that says absolutely zero. It says nothing. Now, the manipulations that is being done there and humiliation. Now, remember when they did the Bisola one, I might have to do that one alone because Bisola's It's poetry. Okay, the amount of videos that they have on Bisola to humiliate Bisola are just shocking. But there's so many, you know. But I might need to be able to edit in order for me to do that. I'm under power outage, as I stated. My lights might go off anytime. The power station was not powered up. I didn't charge it when the lights went off, so I have very limited power. Because on Bisola they have, I think about 4 or 5 videos I've seen. There's one of her saying what brought her to the church. She has problem. There's the one where she's begging, lying down, humiliation, going through that process again, saying how stubborn and what. Classic manipulation tactics of brainwash in order to control the person. When you break them down to a point where they lose their humanity and they're just obeying whatever. So for people that are brainwashed, that's proof that you were lying, that this is why you were there, you were always manipulative. They don't consider, yes, that's proof that the person is in such a state of torture that they are just accepting whatever brainwash has been done over them. That's proof that people were not living in their well state of mind. Now, I want to bring it back to that second episode that I spoke about, where the disciples were hammering themselves over the way they treated Ajoke. Bazalwane, even in this video that they are saying, you see, this is proof, where he used an affidavit to say that the child is not his from the police station, knowing very well that it's dodgy then. The disciples, the way you people were smiling, commenting things about Ajoke. Shameful. Because it only proves what was said in the documentary again. Now do you see why I personally do not believe this man though? Because I cannot help it but see what was being said about the man then. So in the documentary they say you are manipulative, and then you show us proof of you being manipulated. A child, because a child stole, is being humiliated in that manner. That's what I was seeing in that video. It's humiliation. It's not, Bazalwane, I know humiliation. I grew up in a very well-off, not well-off, we're not rich. Okay, I grew up in a normal household. When you were disciplined, you were disciplined. You are beaten, it's done. That's it. They're not going to make you stand up, tell everybody what wrong you did. That's humiliation. That's not correction. Correction is correction. It ends. But humiliation, they make you they are recording. Why were they recording? Why were they recording that? Why were they even recording? Yeah, this is a police document from the police station. Where is the adoption papers that show that? But on top of that, they have some video of a child. We don't know if that's Ajoke. I don't know. They have a video of a child, and the child is there, you know, just kicking and stuff, and then they're just holding the camera, recording. They're recording. Why? If a person is smart, even diabolic, does it not make sense that they thought, hey, this is my downfall? In order for me to stay thinking, let me create a story so that whenever it comes up, I'll have an answer. Let's create a narrative of how this child came about. The fact that you had a camera there recording a child with the normal. Is it normal? Nowadays we question things like that. But now, in the case of TB Joshua, we're not going to question it. They even has a video of when the child was dropped off. Who does that? Who does that? Like, guys, sometimes, you know, we just, hey man, you know what, the child was brought, and we just explain it. Why do you think we will disbelieve you? Unless you have agenda. That's why I find it hard to believe. Not that, I'm not saying, bear in mind, I'm not saying I was not there, yes. I'm not saying Ajoke is TB Joshua's child. What I'm saying is, you are making me believe that there's something there. The humiliation. Why not blood test? No, it's not blood test. It's an affidavit. Stop playing with us. Now it brings me to a certain video. There was a video that was done when TB Joshua died. Now, in that video, there was a man who said, you know what, they must take TB Joshua's blood test because there's going to be problem. There you go now. You see, that man was what he was saying. Now you can see where it is, because back then they couldn't do blood test, or they didn't do blood test. So now we have a situation where there is been said that there is TB Joshua's daughter out there. And what do you think? There you see, you can see what's going on. And so all these things, they only contribute to the story. Now I left the last one for the best. There is actually a secondary video that was put out. That's why I say I will need to be able to edit in order for me to show you that video. There is a second video of another disciple who was at that humiliation thing that they did of Ajoke. If you see the way they were so happy, and you remember what Sister said in the interview, how they were made to rejoice in something that was abnormal, as someone being humiliated, it's very telling. It's chilling. Do you know what God's judgment looks like? I don't think people understand. God's judgment, the way you people are so, right now, the way they are rejoicing, all of them. In that second video, when I get to be able to edit, I will show you how is this the same scene, the same place where they were, oh yes, this one, yes, she's manipulative. Ajoke is this. If you see how happy they were, in the same, listen, there is another video. Maybe you haven't seen the video. There is a second video that shows in that same party that they were, the way they were happy, and you are wondering, wait, is this the same party where someone was just humiliated 5 minutes ago? So it makes me think what was said in the documentary is legit. That's what I'm saying. It makes me believe that, because it makes not that it makes me believe that this is the child. It makes me believe that there is something to it. And the way the disciples were talking down, yes, Father, yes. Read the letter. She was apologizing. Read. She says that, and then again, they just assume that it's Tim Joshua's child. No, they had it wrong. We had to write back to them. Who does that? How is that normal? So for people that watched that and they felt, yeah, this is proof. For the rest of us who are sound in thinking, we think through this particular, for it left me with, maybe there's more to this story, because now the way it's been manipulated, and they were 4 days. 4 days later, after this entire thing came out, they already have a video. Why is it that they were recording everything? What kind of an environment was this that TB Joshua had? But you heard that he invested heavily in video because he was trying to document. But how sick? That's a sick environment, man. That's a sick environment. Everything, you put it on video. That's why you see online people get criticized heavily of recording every aspect of their life. Now, for here, it's okay because it's TB Joshua. For me, for people that saw that thing and they thought, this is vindication for the man then. For me, it further confirmed, or it made me ask more questions. They have letters, but they had documents. Who does that? If who does that? Is that normal? Is that normal behavior? You are keeping letters where she was apologizing, or there's supposedly a letter. We don't know who wrote it. There's a letter where she's apologizing for stealing. Yeah. And that's what you are calling out on the video. Yeah, this one is manipulative. This one, yeah. How is that normal behavior? Now, this is why we say, you see, when a person is in an abusive relationship, it takes people outside to tell them, excuse me, this is not normal. Because some of us have been in normal, disciplined families. You are disciplined normal. If they beat you, it ends there. This is something else. No, yeah, she wrote a letter, and in the letter, it's not normal. It's not normal. It's cultish. It's weird. Sconenarians, are you guys that brainwashed? But you know what? To each and every man his own. I hope when the lights come back, I'll do an update episode. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll show you the clip that I'm talking about. I'll show you the disciple that posted that particular video. He posted a video in the same event. And if you see how happy they are, they're just there. You see them there, they're just sitting like soldiers, down, nothing. 5 minutes later, you're like, wait, is this the same event? It's so daunting, man. I mean, like, you know when, but don't worry, I'll do that particular video. For me, this was just further proof. So I wanted to state all these things chronologically and what has happened when, the comments that came about around that particular thing that are very telling, that you even have a video that you wanted to of the child being dropped off. Who does that? I mean, like, if a child got dropped off, you pick up the phone, you don't think nothing of it, get the police here, pick up the child, man. The child is uncomfortable down there. Get the child up and, but for them, they are thinking story. There's a story behind. There are things that happen, we just literally just have to explain by word. This is what happened, and stuff like, you don't think I'm going to film a child being dropped. Like, who thinks that? It's not a normal relationship that you people had. It's not a normal environment that you were in. Don't make it normal. No. It's weird. I don't want to get used to your strange tendencies here. So it's Ricky's Sexuality Show. We did Christian commentary videos. I wanted to state, go back and look at that video with fresh eyes. Go back and look at it with what was said in the documentary about manipulation. What was said about humiliation. And why not a DNA thingy? They used a document of what. But even at that, she was called after she. You know what? You people are funny. This is a reality show, as I stated. I'll see you on a later on episode. Wanted to just chime in there so that we can clarify what I saw in that. And I hope my lights come back. I'll be able to edit that video in and I'll show you that. It's Ricky and I'll see you later. Go look at it with fresh eyes.